Namaskar everyone and welcome to another episode of Babylon Kidcast. I'm your host Rashmita Rai, a teacher here at Babylon National School. Today we are having an engaging conversation with our two wonderful and hardworking students, focusing on one of the significant milestones in students' academic life, the SE exam. Let's directly hear from our students about their life experiences, academic journey, strategies, and plans to achieve their targeted GPA. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome both of them on the show. So, hi, both of you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, ma'am. What about you?
I'm also doing perfectly well. What about you, Janvi? How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good to hear. So, could you please tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, ma'am. My name is Aayusha Raut. I'm currently a student studying at grade 10 in Babylon National School. My targeted GPA for SE is 3.82, and I am very excited and pleased to be here in this podcast with you today.
Okay, what about Janvi?
It's me Janvi from grade 10. I'm from Sirha district. Currently, I'm staying in school social.
So, since you live in hostel, could you please tell us a little bit about your hostel's schedule?
Yeah, sure. My day usually starts at 5:15 in the morning. It takes me about half an hour to get ready. And our prep time starts at 5:45. Which lasts for around 45 minutes, and then after I go to the school canteen for some milk and biscuits, and then I go to my tuition class and school. In the evening I return to the hostel and take some short break. After that I go back to my and study room for study room to do my assignments. After that we have dinner at 7 p.m. And rest for around 10 to 15 minutes, and then our quiet time begins, where we do self study and work and do our remaining works assignments. Since I am in grade 10, I'm allowed to go to bed only once I have finished my all assignments.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, mm, you guys are just back from a long vacation. So, how did it go?
My vacation was quite exciting,
Mm-hmm.
and after all the stress, after the hectic, monotonous schedule that we've had,
Mm-hmm.
it was quite the relieving experience for me to have rest for a long time, a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was relieving for
So,
me.
what about you, Janvi? How was your vacation?
I feel so enjoyed because and since I'm staying in hostel, I'm missing my parents a lot, and I talk with my parents, and it is so good for me.
Okay, that means you got a chance to have a conversation with your parents,
Yes.
and you that means you spend lots of time with your parents. That's good to
Yes.
hear. So, but you enjoyed a lot. Obviously, it was
Mhm.
vacation. It was our festival and everything. But how much did you give for your studies?
Um, For my studies, I did decide to give some time,
Hmm?
but then again, we were provided with this holiday for festivals, so we had to spend a lot of time with our family celebrating all the festivals.
Mm-hmm.
So I did give time, but I don't think it was adequate enough
Mm-hmm.
for the exam that we're currently preparing for the SE.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot say I completely did not give any time, but I did give some time. But again, it's not enough time. So,
Okay. So, Janvi, how much did you give?
I spend a lot of time with my parents and friends,
Uh-huh.
and so I give um no more, only
Yeah,
half
so
1 hour.
okay, that's I think that's okay because you stay in hostel and you spend your time with your loved ones. That's okay. Before that, you had a
mhm.
result, isn't it?
Yes,
So did
ma'am.
you get how was your result? Did you achieve your targeted marks?
I would say I'm definitely not satisfied with my result.
Uh-huh.
Although some improvement was seen compared to the first terminal examination, I don't think I achieved my targeted marks, but
Mhm.
I can see some improvement.
Okay, that's good. Improvement is good, isn't it? It's not
Definitely.
bad. So, Janvi, are you satisfied with your mid-terminal exam results?
Yes, because I improved a lot.
That's good to hear. That means you are very happy with yourself.
Yes.
And I hope you'll be improving like that.
Mm.
Okay. So, since your pre-qualifying and
Mm-hmm.
MAF boost of examination is also coming, isn't it? I think
Yes.
MAF examination is going to start from this Saturday.
We have, yeah, boost ups every Saturday.
Yes. So, how many subjects are you giving?
The schedule goes something like this. So every Saturday we have exam
Uh huh.
for one subject,
Yes.
and we are supposed to be arriving there at 6:15 a.m. in the morning, and then the school takes us through their vehicle to the exam center. So we'll be
Uh-huh.
going to different schools for the exam.
Okay.
And each day we have a different every Saturday weekly we have different subject exams.
So you are going to attend all subject exam or
No, it's going to be this upcoming Saturday we have CMATS exam, and the
uh-huh.
next week Saturday we have a different subjects exam. So we're going to be giving the exams every Saturdays only for math.
Okay, okay. So what's your target marks for your SE exam?
As I mentioned earlier, it was 3.82 GPA.
Okay. What about Janvi? What's your target? What's your targeted marks?
My targeted marks is 3.6.
Okay, and I hope you are working hard to achieve your targeted marks.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay. So how is um could you tell us about your study schedule?
My study schedule, it is quite challenging for me to manage time as I
Mhm.
am a vehicle student. I live very far away and I have to travel a long distance to reach to school, especially since we have our morning tuitions.
Mm-hmm.
I have to wake up as early as 4:30 or 5 in the morning.
So you are an early bird.
I would say more of a night owl, but due to these conditions, I have to be an early bird. And
Okay.
I have to wake up during that time.
Uh-huh.
And then I have to manage, I have to reach school, and then I study tuitions, morning tuitions in school, the normal tuition, and then evening tuitions, and then I reach home at 6:30, 7:30,
Mm-hmm.
and then I study, and then I manage enough time for sleep, and I manage all my studying until 10 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
giving more time to my weaker subjects.
Okay. So Janvi, how does your study schedule look like?
Mm, I spend most of the time in school and tuition classes, and except that I revise almost an hour in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and similarly I do my homework during prep time, and from 6 to 7 in the evening. And after a short dinner break, our quiet time starts, where we complete revising and revising for 1.5 hour, and I do my remaining works.
So Janvi, you are mentioning about like quiet time and prep time. We'd like to know what is that? What are those?
Prep time is that when we get 45 minutes to study and or review our lesson before class,
Mm-hmm.
and the quiet time is a period in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
where we do self study and do work on our assignments in silence. It helps us to focus and stay on track with
That's very
work. Yeah.
good. That's good. So now I'd like to talk about the subject that you find quite difficult.
I feel like optional maths and science are quite the difficult subjects for me.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, English and also science being my favorite. Optional maths, I find it hard because, like most students, it is quite difficult for me to deal with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, if as I am currently practicing more, it's getting easier and easier for me gradually. Yet it is also one of my weaker subjects.
So, which subject do you find interesting?
For me, it's science. It's also my favorite subject because science answers questions about the real world and all our what if questions.
Yes.
If we're thinking, why does this happen? Why does that happen? And then I feel like science subject does give answers to that question, and to learn about everything that exists and the real world, it
Mm-hmm.
is the idea is very interesting to me.
Okay, so it seems so. For you, it's fascinating.
It is very fascinating indeed.
So, Janvi, what about you? Which subject do you like the most?
I like C maths and optional maths.
Okay, so you enjoy solving problems.
Yes,
So
I enjoy.
and what about the subject that you find quite challenging?
I find science subject is so difficult for me.
Okay, so how are you planning to work on that?
I will focus. I will focus in class,
Mm-hmm.
and when I get confused, I can ask with my classmates
Mm-hmm.
and that subject teacher also.
Okay, that's a good plan. Your teachers will always be there to help you out,
Yes.
isn't it? That's what I think.
We are quite the opposite ones here in the subjects.
Is it?
Yeah, she finds science difficult.
Yeah, in that
Yes.
case,
We're
yes.
quite opposite here in our subject preferences, aren't we?
Yeah, I see that. So now, uh, since you guys, okay, Janvi, one more question to you. So since you live in hostel, what do you think? What is the good side and bad side of the hostel?
The good side is that I'm away from the social media and internet, which
Uh-huh.
helps me to focus.
Uh-huh.
And the bad side is in this being in this AI is I sometimes being miss online.
Okay. So how much time do you spend on social media since you live in hostel? You don't have that restrictions, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say I spend around 1 to 2 hours, even though I have limited time.
mm,
Even though I try to manage my time and sleep until 10 p.m. Surely, I think it's the problem for most students. I
mm-hmm.
tend to overuse and have a higher screen time.
Mm-hmm.
It is not that much compared to what other students or the
Mm.
average screen time, but for me currently, in my hectic time management schedule, I do think I use more than I should. Yeah, that's what I think.
So, since Janvi does not have access to the internet, yes, Janvi. So, what about how are you utilizing internet for your stories?
Uh, I do use internet quite a lot actually for my studies,
Uh-huh.
except like getting answers. I try to free write my answers, but I try to learn the lessons provided online, or if I have any doubts, I try to Google it,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch all the educational videos to clear my concepts, and I'm utilizing it pretty well.
Yes, I see. So, since your SE exam is around the
Mm-hmm.
corner, it's just a couple of months away. You you need some time to get refreshed, isn't it? So, how are you refreshing yourself?
For me, I'm refreshing myself. We have a tuition break. We have a gap
Uh-huh.
in between. It's in 1 hour 45 minutes break. And then we decide to play some sort of sports or hang out with our friends and just talk about our day
Mm-hmm.
and just have a refreshing time. We don't have to play always,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, sometimes we decide to play. And Janvi also being my teammate,
Yes.
we actually play together.
That's nice. So, Janvi, what about you? How do you um, make yourself comfortable in this quite hectic schedule?
Since that 45 minutes, there is 45 minutes break,
Uh huh.
and we are playing together.
So, do you get some time in hostel to for your to enjoy your time?
Yeah, most of the time, yes, but sometimes it's quite difficult.
Okay.
Difficult, I mean, bit tough.
Okay, so by the way, I heard that your ECA and CCA has been cancelled after the break, after the vacation. So are you liking it?
Maybe not. I don't think I'm liking it
Uh-huh.
because again, me and Janvi are quite close friends,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we were even teammates in the school volleyball,
Mm-hmm.
and we were the team of school. We were in the school volleyball team,
Uh-huh.
and we miss playing volleyball, and that is also one of the topics of our conversations most of the time.
Okay. I today was our school team went for
Uh-huh.
competition,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that means you must have missed a lot.
Mm.
Definitely. After the students came, we rushed to them and asked how was the match, what happened, this, and we were asking them all sorts of questions about the match and the schools. And we did miss being on volleyball team. It brings us back to so many memories.
After your SC exam, what's your plan?
Uh, I plan on doing some volunteering work,
Mm-hmm.
as you suggested me earlier. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking to many people who just passed out, and they said it is quite helpful for your further to get further certificates.
Mm-hmm.
And voluntary work is also a sort of social service, so I would
Yes.
like to do that. And I plan on visiting and traveling many places, and going and just traveling around my area. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
I plan on learning to ride a scooter too.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Actually,
Uh-huh.
I also tried to do that, but somehow I haven't got the courage to ride scooter on the main road. So it's quite for me. It's quite challenging. So what's your plan, Janvi?
I'm planning to study commerce, and there is 3 months break also after SE. Then I want to visit somewhere, but I don't know where.
Okay, still
What
you
also
have
I
so
want.
much time to prepare to think about that.
Yes.
I think before that
Mhm.
we have to take exam a little bit seriously, isn't it? So,
Definitely.
what's your plan? Which subject are you planning to take after ACE?
I plan on studying A levels after
Mm-hmm.
my SCE. Yeah, I'll try my best and then make my parents proud. And
Okay.
yeah, that's what I think I'll study.
So, have you heard of any colleges for A level?
The top college I have in mind is maybe Nami College
Uh huh.
or other colleges that I get suggested.
Okay.
Definitely not. I don't have a clear vision of the college I'm going to choose. I'm mostly currently thinking about the subject that I'm going to learn
Mm-hmm.
and the course I'm going to take, which is going to be A levels
So,
or science.
what's the course like?
Uh, I guess there are a few compulsory subjects, and in the optional extra subjects, I want to take business and computer science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, English is a compulsory subject
Uh huh.
in most of the college, and others are, yeah, you can choose whatever you want to in. That's some good parts of A level.
That's one of the main reasons I want to choose. It does have quite a wide range of options you can choose.
Yes.
So,
So I think we had a very good
mhm.
conversations,
Yeah.
and I would like to wish you all the best. Prepare well for your examinations, get your targeted GP, and make yourself proud, your parents are proud, and obviously school will also feel proud.
Mhm.
So have a good day,
Thank you,
girls.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.